Good evening. It's Tuesday, 6 o'clock. It's time to play Board Game Smackdown, the live stream show where comedians play board games, card games, party games, that sort of thing over the internet. My name's James. I like games. Thank you for joining us. Just a reminder that Board Game Smackdown is completely free to consume, and it always has been. And it is able to keep going thank you to the generosity of the people who have enjoyed the show. So if you're enjoying the show today, remember we have a paypal.me thing, paypal.me/BoardGameSmackdown. You go in there, you go, oh, have the price of a pint for entertaining us for a little while. One time only thing, and you don't even need a PayPal account to do it. I'm just putting that out there now. The people who have been kind enough to donate so far in this run are paying for the rest of us, quite frankly. So thank you very much for that. Okay, enough plugging. By the way, this is the 18th episode of Board Game Smackdown in lockdown. You can watch all of them on our YouTube channel, and you can track the evolution of my lovely beard. So let's get on with today's show. A really fun game today. In fact, we've already had comments coming in over the thing saying, I love this game, Stu says. And I love it too. I think you will love it. And a fantastic panel to play it with. So let's introduce those onto the stream for you right now, starting with a comedian, podcaster, and author whose book, The Unstoppable Letty Peg, is out now. It's Izzy Lawrence.
I'm just grabbing a bookmark to show you. Look, see, it's actually up there behind me. Hello, I'm Izzy. Yes, I'm not the spy. Are you the spy? I think you're the spy. You're the spy, James.
A little clue there as to what the game is that we're playing later. Our returning champion, Izzy Lawrence. Also appearing today, comedian, compere and coach, and host of the Chicken Wire podcast, it's Chris Brooker. Hi, Chris.
Oh, sorry. Gotta save.
I think
Are you on that bloody computer game again?
Hey, you don't control my screen time.
1 hour a day, we said. 1 hour. How are you, Chris?
I'm doing all right, despite the evidence to the contrary. Thank you for inviting me to be part of this.
No, lovely to have you on. Also appearing today, comedian, writer, and speaker, Rachel Krieger. There you go.
Welcome.
Are you on that bloody Connect 4 again?
It's an addiction, really.
Told you, it's 1 hour of grid time a day, young lady. How are you, Rachel?
Yeah, not bad, thanks. Quite excited about this new game, and anything could happen.
Yes, it's very exciting. And are you a fan of Connect 4, by the way?
Do you know something? I'm a fan of all those little games like Connect 4, backgammon, car games where they seem very friendly, but you can trounce your family and have everyone hate you.
Okay. Well, there's an element of that to today's game, definitely. So that'll be good for you. Also appearing finally on our panel, comedian, musician, and host of What's in the Box on YouTube, it's Frizz Frizzle.
Welcome.
Hello everyone. Hello.
Hey, Frizz. You've already done a show today on the internet, haven't you?
I have filmed, edited, is online now. If you want to watch it instead of this, you can do. It's oh, okay, fine. Watch it afterwards.
Afterwards, you can watch that one because this is live right now. And the great thing about this live show is if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube, you can comment and join in with the show. Hey, our friend Dana's been in touch. I want to play. We'd love to have you on the show, Dana, definitely. And hey, if you can't wait till then, you can sort of play along at home with this game as well. All right, so let's move on. So the game we're going to play today is a game called Spyfall.
Spyfall.
Yeah, impossible not to start singing.
In a whole song.
No.
I was promised casual misogyny to go with the theme.
What, sorry?
I was promised casual misogyny to go with the theme.
What, this picture here on the cover? What you don't realize is that she's the real spy. There you go. It's like a Dirty Rotten Scoundrels thing. Spoilers. Anyway, it's a game of Spyfall, and in this game, in each round, the players are going to be in a mystery location. except one of them doesn't know where they are. That person is the spy. The spy has to work out what the mystery location is, and the other three have to work out who the spy is without giving away the mystery location. It's all done by asking each other questions, trying to ascertain information. It's an inquisitive game like that. So we're going to play a few rounds of it. Hopefully it's going to work. I'm very excited about it. Matt has been in touch to say good evening from sunny Walsall. Hi, Matt. Hope Walsall is...
it seems like an oxymoron, doesn't it? Have you ever been to Walsall when it's actually the sun? You've seen sunshine. I have not.
No, I live quite near it as well. No.
Yeah, it's always great.
Matt, your avatar looks like Dominic Cummings there. To be honest with you, I'm seeing his face in everything right now, so it's fine. All right, so we're going to play some Spyfall, guys. We're going straight into round one. Okay, in round one, I've already handed out cards virtually to the players, so they already know whether they are the spy or whether they are someone within that location. Everyone in the location has a secret role as well, which just adds to the fun. So I'm going to put some minutes on the clock, and we will start with the questions. If the spy works out, if the spy thinks they know where the location is, at any time the spy can say, I'm the spy and I think we're in such and such a place. And if they're right, they win. If they're wrong, they lose. People who aren't spies, if they think they know who the spy is, they can make an accusation. And if they can convince the other team members, they can formally accuse that person. If they're right, they win. If they're wrong, well, we just carry on. So...
well, that's the end of Board Game Smackdown.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in.
He's having a little load. But that's all right.
I'm back.
Hey!
Hello.
Yes.
I'm back. That was fun, wasn't it? Have I been replaced by... Yeah, I don't know. Right, what was I doing? Yes, I was putting some time on the clock. I only put 5 minutes for the round. I think that's more than enough time. So the round starts whenever someone wants to ask a question of someone else. Just by show of hands, who would like to ask the first question?
So it'd be, Chris would. That's suspicious.
Okay, Chris, who would you like to ask your question to?
Got a question for Izzy.
Okay, for Izzy. All right, your question, Chris.
Do you not think it's been a bit weird? It's been a bit weird around here since the COVID thing kicked off. What's the weirdest part been for you?
I suppose I've been sitting down a lot more.
Mm.
Okay.
In general.
Mm-hmm.
All right, there we go. First question has been asked. What I'm going to do, guys, by the way, there is a finite number of locations that are used in the game of Spyfall. I'm going to scroll them along the bottom of the screen for people watching at home. There.
God, it's like I'm watching BBC News 24, and this is all the places that have shut.
Reopen in this order.
Yeah. Okay, that was the first question asked by Chris to Izzy. So Izzy, is your turn to ask a question. You can't ask Chris because he just asked, but you can ask to anyone else. Who would you like to ask?
Okay, I'm going to ask Rachel. Right, okay. How are you enjoying the food?
I mean, the food's been really, really good because of obviously where we sit. I don't know what it's like for the rest of you.
Okay, again, a very intriguing answer. There's a lot of sitting down in this location, presumably, unless one of them is a spy. Rachel, it's your turn to ask a question. You can ask Frizz or Chris.
Frizz, has the weather been impacting on your experience much?
I'm not keen when it's windy.
All right. Okay. All right. Frizz, your question, please.
Chris, what time did you arrive here?
Today? Do you mean
Sure,
today?
Just yeah, today. What time did you arrive here today?
Usual time, first thing.
All right. Okay. Nothing going on so far.
Mm-hmm.
Matt has been in touch to say it's a list of all the locations you can drive to. Shut your ass up. Thank you very much for that.
I wish I'd checked my eyesight before a few office parties.
All right.
I wish other people hadn't. So, it's interesting times here.
Who would you like to ask a question to?
Okay. I got a question for you, Frizz.
No, you can't ask Frizz because he asked.
Damn, you've just asked me, haven't you? So,
Can't do that.
Rachel, are you looking forward to going for a walk outside when this is done?
I'm always looking forward to going for a walk outside. I like it outside.
Okay. I think they're
Outside's
just talking about their general actual life experience. But
I know.
Rachel, your question.
Okay, I'm going to ask Izzy. Has anyone explained to you anything to do with safety arrangements where we are?
They did. I thought they were a bit shorter than usual.
The safety announcement or the person who gave you the briefing?
Well, I'm not sure if heels are allowed.
Okay. All right. Izzy, your question?
My question to Chris, because yeah, how often do you come here?
Well, I come here whenever I'm needed in my role, but normally on a shift basis.
A shift basis. Hello, I'd like to say who the spy is.
Okay. All right. We stop the clock. Frizz has an accusation to make. Frizz, who are you accusing?
Because he's now got 3 underlines, and 1 underline is a one suspicious thing. I'm gonna go with Chris Brooker is the spy here.
Okay, you're suggesting Chris Brooker. Now, Izzy and Rachel both have to agree for you to make a formal accusation. What do you think?
So I was about to make the same accusation.
Were you? See, I
Okay.
didn't. I thought he answered my question all right, but I'll go with you guys if you think it's him. But then one of you might be the.
No,
I will. Well, yeah. Okay, I'll agree with you guys.
Okay. All right. All right. I'm just checking. I was just checking the rules on this. So, right. So that was fine. One person stopped the clock. You all agreed. So now, yeah. Okay. So, Chris, they think you are the spy. Can you reveal? Are you the spy?
I am not the spy.
What?
What? Yes.
And you're just suspicious-minded and over-enthusiastic with your underlining, and this is how witches got thrown.
It makes me. I'm suspecting Frizz now. So who asks the next question?
The pen has led me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Please remember all the answers I've given and how it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, do I get to ask a question now?
I'm just checking the rules whether we carry on or.
Well, how about we stop and say I'm the spy and I think we're in an airplane.
Oh, Izzy's the spy.
That's fine.
Did I mess up? Did I mess it up?
If you, I was on Izzy as well.
Yeah.
I was on Izzy, and if you hadn't cut in, it clearly didn't know where we were.
Oh, were you going to be making an accusation for Izzy just then?
Mm-hmm.
I thought you might be. That's
damn
why I
it.
thought I'd cut in.
Yeah.
Then that would have given me a 4th underline. Well, that's suspicious, him accusing someone else.
No, Izzy.
No,
Oh,
it was
ocean liner! Damn it!
So
I did get close though. I
So
thought,
close.
you know,
Mhm.
I thought.
I loved
apologise.
your little. Oh, I don't know, but you guys are accusing him, so maybe I should as well. And that's
Yeah,
beautiful.
yeah.
Brilliant
Those
acting.
little lies going on, you know. James is gone,
Pre-show,
so you
everyone
know.
watching this, pre-show, Izzy kept saying, "Oh, I'm not a good liar."
I'm not. I'm certainly not a good worker out.
I had you. I was coming for you.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
well,
can't
right
remember
now.
why I ruled out Ocean Liner, so I'm a fool. So I lost. They now all know I'm the spy. Do they have to now formally accuse me?
No, that's
Accused.
it. We know
I think
That's it.
Izzy is the spy.
Ruin the game.
Yeah.
I've just been shot. I've just been chucked overboard with a parachute, which is no good in the ocean.
I'm quite sure I'm not going to remember we're not on an ocean liner anymore.
Okay,
Yeah.
that was a spy victory. regardless of whether you could guess the thing or not, because Chris was falsely accused.
Oh, okay.
If you win that round, you get 4 points.
Hey! By default.
Well done.
You still have don't get cocky.
I think that went really well. I think the
Yeah.
first round went really well. I think you guys have nailed it already.
I don't think it did.
Well, I think it was very good. We can stop the game now because Izzy wins. There we go.
All right, moving on to round number 2. We're going to be in a completely different location. And for this location, what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the nice boys and girls at home know what the location is. So could all players, spy or not, all players, please close your eyes. Please close your eyes. Oh, crying.
So you didn't do this for mine. I could have cheated.
This is weird.
I know. I feel like
If you
I'm
come
actually.
back
Oh my god! Has
I'm
James
reading
gone
a
offline again?
script. He might have gone offline.
Right.
I don't know. I could read you the
Yeah.
ancient apocalypse Sodom, Izzy Lawrence questions, which
How are you
is.
going to do that with your eyes closed, is he?
I'm looking to the side. I'm reading them under the table. Can we look yet?
No, don't look. That is where
Okay.
they are. People watching home, that is where they are in this.
If we,
I'm
if we come
assuming-
back and James has got his kit off, I think we know what the real game was here.
So, guys, what are your thoughts on the search of the sites of Sodom? So,
Anyway, is that your
I
first
thought
question?
you said open your eyes.
That-
Sorry.
that-
You can look.
can we
again.
open our eyes yet?
Yes.
Hey!
Oh, it's
Yes. I've had to change my webcam to a
Ooh.
worse, but hopefully more stable.
No, you look quite nice. You look Smurfy.
Is that what you were doing whilst our eyes were shut?
What?
Just changing your webcam?
Yeah, that's what I had to do to try and fix the problem. Anyway, so round 2, everyone watching who just saw that knows where you are. 3 of you know where you are. 1 of you is the spy. 3 of you don't know who the spy is. So,
And it could be me again.
it could be anyone. It was completely randomly
Okay.
assigned. I put 4 little avatars being you 4 in a circle, and I dealt the cards out.
And then you summoned Satan.
He's always hanging around. He was here in the last show. We were convening with the devil.
Satan.
Yeah, it's a whole thing about. Anyway, you'd have to watch the last show to figure that out. Moving on.
I did.
Let's start to round 2. Who would like to ask the first question of round 2? I tell you what, Izzy, because you were the spy in the last one, you can ask the first question in round 2. Who would you like to ask?
I'll ask Frizz. Hi, Frizz. I don't know your name yet, do I? So I'll be like, hi, random dude. Like, how long you been working here?
6 months.
Good.
That was good. That was good. Good
I mean,
content.
that revealed that did not make me reduce any suspicion in you, sir. Just so you know.
But did it add suspicion?
Yeah, a little bit.
6 months is the most suspicious period of time.
Considering where we are, guys, it really
Yeah.
did.
We're on the sun. No one could last that long.
Riz, what is your question? Who would you like to ask?
I will ask Rachel. Hello. Did you eat before?
Oh, I always do. I keep kosher. I mean, that's not particularly necessarily relevant to this, but it is true.
Yeah. That would be for Rachel.
Sorry,
Rachel.
audio cut out. What was the answer to did you eat before?
Yes, I always do because I keep kosher. But I would have anyway because it's always good to eat before, I think.
Okay.
Okay. Rachel, who would you like to ask a question to?
I'm just going to be very conventional. Chris,
Yes.
just a lot of you. Is this the sort of place you look forward to visiting? Have you been looking forward to this?
Sometimes, but not all the time. I'm a bit anxious in these situations.
Right.
Okay. All right, Chris, do you have a question?
Okay. I have one for Frizz. What did you bring with you?
Good question.
6 months. No.
It's a lot of baggage, so fair.
Let's just say a little something for everyone.
Ooh, nice.
It has to be both vague, revealing, and terrifying at the same time. Frizz, it's your turn to ask a question.
So it is. Izzy, what are you wearing?
Oh, I'm keeping it kind of casual. You know, I don't want to have myself show up so much. You know, just keep it cash.
Right. Izzy, your question?
I'm going to ask Rachel. What can I ask Rachel? I can ask. So, have you seen anybody? You know, have you seen anything? You know, a bit romantic happening?
I mean, I don't think that that's the sort of thing that people would let me see under the circumstances. I think that's the sort of stuff that people keep away from me. There are rules.
No. Okay. Rachel.
Frizz.
Hello again.
Hello again. How lovely. I'm looking the wrong direction because I get confused about the mirroring. Frizz, did you? Is there anyone here that you're particularly hoping to chat to?
Yes. Right.
Open-ended question.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. I haven't asked Chris
Sierra.
anything yet. Wouldn't you say you've had enough?
I'll tell you when I've had enough.
Okay. He's getting feisty. Wherever we are.
So judgmental.
Chris, your turn to ask a question.
Okay. Izzy, when you first came here, were you old enough?
When I first came here, when I first came here tonight.
When you first came here, generally, your first visit here.
I don't know. Yeah. No, I was definitely was.
Can I stop the clock?
Oh, Rachel wants
Can
to
I
stop.
use-
Yeah, of course, yes.
Can I accuse Chris again of being the spy?
Chris is a spy again. All right. All right.
I'm seeing a pattern emerging here.
You have to convince Frizz and is it? Do you have any particular reason why?
You'll have to
Just that
explain it.
question. Yeah, no,
Sorry?
that question. That question didn't make logistical sense to me under the circumstances.
Yeah, but some of your answers haven't made logistical sense either, Rachel. So I'm a bit.
Yeah, I've
been
got
very encouraged.
Rachel. I've got
I've
Rachel
got Rachel
underlined.
quite high on
and-
my suspicion.
Yeah, but we know how much my underlines are worth, so it's pointless.
This is the thing, and some of Chris's answers have been very good.
Yes.
Well, thank you.
They've been very confident, but
I'm confident.
All right. So, Rachel, you think Chris, Frizz, and Izzy, you have to agree for Chris.
So the thing is, you see, what's worse is that we agree, and then Chris wins.
Has been accused twice.
He's so suspicious looking.
I know. There's an underlying meaning here.
In fact, if it wasn't for that last question, Chris would have been excelling better than anybody here at answering this, is my thing. So I'm going to think that.
But has he worked it out?
But even if he has
I've
worked it
never
out,
been so interesting in my life. This is fantastic.
I don't think he knows where we are. If he is the spy.
At any time. So,
Yeah,
But you could be the spy, Izzy.
I could be. I
everyone
could
could be the spy. That's the game.
But-
I hate this.
Why did you make us play this game, James?
I would now.
Spy-
I would say Rachel.
I'm going to rule it out. I'm saying not. I would agree that it's more likely to be Rachel. But then again, I'm not so sold on Rachel yet, so I think we should carry on chatting. Plus, I'm having fun here.
All right. So Izzy's saying no. So it doesn't really.
Okay.
Frizz, we'll find out what you think. But Izzy's not convinced, so it's going to fail anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I really think it's Rachel.
Okay. All right. So
I'm
Okay.
getting that vibe
we're
too.
not formally accusing Chris. I can tell you there's 1 minute left on the clock. All right. If you continue asking questions, someone else can make an accusation, or the spy can say where they think they are. All right. Time restarts as soon as someone wants to ask a question. Who answered the last one? Izzy answered.
Yeah, Chris is asking Izzy.
Yeah.
So Izzy, it's your turn to ask a question of someone who isn't Chris. Who would you like to ask?
I'm going to ask Frizz a question. Are you wearing a blue t-shirt?
Hello. No,
Are you wearing a blue
I'm
t-shirt?
wearing-
No. You can ask a question now. There you go.
I'm not. No. Oh, cool. Thank you. Oh, cool. My question is to Rachel.
We've only got a
And my
minute.
question is, okay.
So you've got to accuse her if you're going to accuse her, is my point.
Of course. How much electric do you think is being used?
Say again.
How much electric?
How much
That's
electric
not
do you
a
think is being used here?
I have absolutely no idea. It's not the sort of thing I need to know.
Oh, that's
I've
twice
got
you said
people for
that. Right.
You're opting out of a lot of answers here.
Rachel.
No. That's told me everything, because that's twice that Rachel's been given this character. I don't think Rachel is the spy. I think she's sticking to the character she's been given, which I believe would be boss or something. So I don't think Rachel is. Rachel, who did you accuse earlier, Chris? I don't know. I really don't know. I know it's not Rachel though, based on that question.
Time is up. Okay.
I think it is Rachel.
Here's what
Oh.
happens.
Rachel, through and through.
Hang on, listen to James. He's saying
Right,
stuff.
I have to get this bit right, because I know people
Okay.
who watch this love the rules and they don't like it when the rules are done wrong. Okay. Each player, starting with the first player in this round was Izzy, gets to accuse another player of being the spy. If all players agree with the accusation, then the accused player is revealed or not. So it still has to be unanimous. So Izzy, you get to make the
I'm
first
not being funny, James, but that sounded like when Boris was trying to give us instructions a few weeks ago.
Okay.
Very
Okay.
defensive.
Totally my role model when it comes to this. So Izzy,
Just accept the rules, right?
who would you like to accuse?
Say alert.
Well, okay, I'll explain my reasoning, right? And it is backwards because if we're all playing a character in this location and we're sticking to that character, then Frizz is the spy. Okay? If he's just being funny, he's not the spy, and Rachel's the spy. So the question is, how funny do I think Frizz is? I'm going to give... I don't think it's Chris, even though he asked that. So I'm going to give... I'm going to say Frizz is deliberately under... see, no, I think Rachel is the spy.
You
I
think
think
Rachel-
Frizz, you are funny.
Need Chris and Frizz.
Thank you, Izzy.
So that's Dick.
I agree. I think Rachel is the spy. I think I'm just being weak-willed because I was wrong on my last accusation, and my paranoia is sort of getting the top of me.
Chris,
It was a toss-up for me, but am I right in thinking if we're not unanimous, then it doesn't count? Is that right? We have to be...
If we're not unanimous, then Chris, you get to accuse someone and you try and get...
Okay, so if it's unanimous, right. I'm torn as well. And between vagueness and I think there's been a bit of left hand and right hand going on with Frizz as well. Look at this, and then just sneaking something in. I'm going to go with Rachel as well.
Okay, all right. So
I don't know how to feel.
It is Rachel. Rachel, you can now reveal, are you the spy?
I am not the spy.
Oh,
Frizz.
it was Frizz.
The real
It was not Frizz.
Reveal their identity.
Me.
Oh, it's
I'm the
you!
spy.
Oh, well done. Well done. Rachel was right.
Oh, I thought you were funny, Frizz. Oh, but the second that I was wrong, I don't think you're funny anymore, Frizz. Throwing me under the
Do I
bus
get
like that.
points?
Can I ask? No, you don't, Rachel. But can I ask who you were playing in the
I was
scene?
playing the boss. The boss of the
Okay.
company.
Yeah, I guess that.
Mm-hmm.
Although I do think the boss would know how much electricity is being used.
No, I have people who know that.
Oh, we should,
Okay.
we should reveal. Did you work out where they were, Chris?
Not a clue. I thought it might be a nightclub, but that's why I threw in that sort of reference. But I played my hand a little too heavily. I thought I was done for. So instead, I thought I'd run the clock down.
Mm.
Office party, it was. Office party. Rachel was the boss.
Nice.
Who were you, Frizz?
I was an accountant, but you weren't really asking me any accountant type questions.
So fair enough.
You
It
did
made you a
answer-
bit suspicious, though. It made you
Yeah,
a bit
that's-
suspicious.
So management and accountancy have basically washed their hands at everything to do with this company. I think
It's trickle down economics, mate.
It's great.
I don't even know where I am. I'm a party crasher. So
That's a tourist.
Oh wow! That's...
yeah,
All
it's
right.
fun.
Oh god damn it! Chris
Hey,
is the
can we
spy.
get-
Chris is the spy.
James, do we get to find out who the people watching think is the spy at any point?
I mean, if they want to,
They're not playing it. I mean,
They're
Jane
not.
says she wants to play, but she's not actually risking. It's obviously. You know, we can watch the live comments and see what they're saying. It's a good.
no
thing,
comments of that nature have come in yet,
Oh.
but we welcome if they.
You
want
could
to.
help us fight the evil ones.
The spies
We
are-
are-
Or you could help the spy.
Right. Let's
I
move
forgot
on
we
to
could
round number 3. We're going to be in a completely new location and a randomly assigned spy. So I'm also going to put the thing up on the screen again. So everybody playing, close their eyes. All players, close your eyes, please. Keep them closed. This is where we are now. Okay, this is where we're going to be now. One of them doesn't know that, though, of course. It is off the screen. You can look again.
I've just realised how stupid I am because I thought, just to be sure, I'll put my hand over the camera too, and then realise that has no bearing whatsoever on what not my best
That's some
moment.
object permanence you've got going on there.
There we go. At heart, I'm a 4-year-old. If I can't see you, well, you can't see.
Yes.
All right, Chris, you were the spy in the last round, so you get to ask the first question in this round.
Okay.
Time starts. Who would you like to ask?
Rachel.
All right.
Yes, Chris.
The
It's
time
bound to be her
starts.
this time. I'm already suspicious.
We're all trying to be just the right amount of funny now as well, aren't we, Izzy?
Mm.
So,
Yeah.
I have
Like
never
the
been
Izzy
funny.
curve.
Right. So, Rachel,
Yes.
what's that smell?
I think it's burning.
Ooh.
Burning.
Yeah.
Ah.
Don't worry.
Hmm.
Izzy,
Yeah.
are you right there? Sounds like you have
Yeah,
a
good. I'm fine. I don't have asthma. That'd be a question. Good. Right.
You're all right. You can't have that.
Sorry.
Oh,
What?
There's a question, can you?
you're answering a question that hasn't been asked.
But I'll take it. Well, okay. A proper question. Izzy, have you had some training today?
I'm always training.
I lost you during that. What was the question again?
Have you been
She asked
training?
me if I'd been training today, and I said I was always training.
Have you?
Cool.
So I'm going to ask Frizz. Have you heard anything about ticket prices?
I heard we get a 50% cut.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Who would you like to ask, Frizz?
I would like to ask Rachel. Rachel, have we heard about any of the builders coming in?
I haven't heard anything.
It's very vague.
I'm just being truthful.
Okay. Yeah. See, that was my go-to question, and I'm fuck it. I'm doing it again. Sorry, swearing. Yeah, I'd like to accuse someone as the spy
All right, straight away. Boom. Okay.
this early on.
Who do you think is the spy, Frizz?
I really think it's Rachel because there would have been a actual answer for the builder's question rather than I don't know.
From this, we can deduce that Frizz is a rubbish. No, Frizz. I mean,
Okay.
unless you wanted your question to be completely dismissed, which you couldn't do without alerting. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Right. Can
I don't
I?
know what kind of answer you were expecting.
Exactly.
Can I put my accusation on hold, and then when I get more evidence, I'll say it again.
You're withdrawing your accusation.
I'm going to withdraw it because I don't like this attitude. But when it turns out I'm right, I'm not inviting you to my victory party.
Fair enough.
The rules of the game say that you can only accuse once per round.
Oh, damn. Okay. Remember, right, avenge me, everyone.
Well, if Izzy and Chris accuse you, then Rachel will be accused formally now. Izzy and Chris, do you agree with Frizz?
I don't.
No,
Do you? No.
no. I don't.
The way she
Sorry,
answered that question was perfectly decent.
All right.
Yeah.
The accusation is not formally put forward, which means Rachel, it is your turn.
Unless you wanted. I mean, what did you want to happen, Frizz? What did you want?
If I give away the answer, I'll give away the location.
We can't.
Or will you?
And these are questions outside of questions.
Well, then that's true. That's outside the rules.
It's got very meta.
All right.
That did get meta. Cause,
It's your turn to ask a question. You can ask Izzy or Chris a question. Who would you like to ask?
I'd like to ask Chris, how many chairs do you think there are in here?
Never quite enough, but we're working on it.
Well, never quite enough chairs. Okay, Chris, your turn to ask a question.
Okay.
stop this. I'm so confused. I don't know.
All right. Izzy, question for you. Okay. How are you coping with the stress?
I always do. Just let the blood go to my head.
That's the blood. That's your stress coping mechanism is letting the blood go to your head.
Well, given my job.
That's fine. Is it your question?
Okay, I'm going to ask Frizz. Have you seen any wild animals around here?
I'm not allowed near them, but I've heard of them.
Oh, I see. That's an.
I'm the spy, and I know where we are.
Oh yeah.
We're in the
The
circus.
animals that gave it away.
Boom! I was way too obvious.
Yeah. It was that and exercise, burning. So clearly, food of some description. Something about being upside down and letting the blood rush to your head.
That was me. I was an idiot.
That's
Yeah.
the
Oh yeah, I've written down acrobat for that.
In reality, because in reality, you would love to be one of those people who's upside down for a living, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Absolutely. And the animals and just circus. That and circus happened to come across
If
the
you're the
ticket.
spy,
Just
Chris,
that
why
one.
didn't you agree with me earlier that Rachel was the spy? Oh yeah, because he didn't know where you were.
That's it. Yeah. And sometimes you just let people talk.
Cool.
By people, he means Izzy.
Well done,
I've
Chris. You
learned
played that
you have
beautifully.
the face of a spy.
See, is there any building work? See, when you ask Frizz if there's any building work going on, I went, well, that's a question the spy would ask because the spy wouldn't know that we're in a tent.
Yeah, what was the thing with the
That
other?
made me
That was
really
very good logic.
Yeah,
because
and
the
so she
circus
was
is a big
like,
tent. You don't get any builders. We're all talking at
Exactly.
once.
But that's like a spy
It
question.
sound
because
logic.
That sounds
No, that
like
made me-
you're trying to get
That
people
made me
to be
just
specific.
suspect you. And then you
Yeah,
immediately
oh.
accused.
Well,
Yeah, because I forget
well
that you
played,
don't know I'm a knife thrower. So when I said ticket prices are cut 50%,
Oh,
that was my little
yes.
reference to being a knife thrower. But then I realised, hang on, you guys don't know I'm a knife thrower. So,
Exactly.
And this is
Well,
why
we
we
play a
don't
different game.
If you've got 50% of the tickets, that is very unlikely. That made me suspect you, actually.
You would have been wrong.
In the circus.
I was a juggler, so no one would have passed the blueprints for the new building design onto me. And then it was like ceiling height.
Izzy, who are you?
I was an acrobat. We established that
Acrobat.
during it, I think.
Okay.
I was
Right.
not subtle enough.
More points for Chris. Thomas.
I'm going to be so subtle this time.
Video is vague answers and a simmering undercurrent of suspicion. I came here to get away from work. Damn it! Brilliant.
What a nice summer.
Thank you so much.
By the way, I just got messaged by my friend Finn, who thought I was a spy throughout the entire thing. So I did very well.
It's lovely to hear. Lovely to hear. But just quickly before we move on to the next round, I just want to say that we have Patreon backers these days. I don't want to call them Patreon backers. I want to give them a name, something like the Squadron of Awesome or something like that. If you want to join the Squadron of Awesome, you can become a Patreon.
How about the Smackers?
The what? The Smackers.
The Smackers. Yeah.
Or BGS, the little buggers.
Yeah, let's not call them that.
I think that's all at Glastonbury.
For a small monthly donation, you can act like a wealthy philanthropist and pay to keep this show going, and hopefully get me a better webcam. Patreon.com/Smackdown. Thank you to all our Patreons who do support us. Thank you to Jeff Weller. Thank you to Matt Warwick. And thanks to everybody else who's a Patreon.
Matt is my favourite.
Okay, I like Jeff, so fuck you. Yeah.
Well, you know, these are different.
Enough with the language.
Acrobat.
I didn't actually say it. I said fifth.
We're going to round 4. Okay. New location. Randomized spy.
I'm going to have to cover my webcam again.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to put up the location on the screen so that the boys at home can see. We are in round 4. This is where we are. Okay, and now let me take that off the screen because one of them doesn't know. All right, you can all look now. Okay, Chris, once again, you were the spy, so you get to ask the first question. Who would you like to ask?
I would like to ask Fritz.
Frizz.
Sorry, I'm Fritz. I'm still in spy mode.
Fritz is a completely different celebrity.
Hang on. Me and Matt are bonded.
Yeah,
Word.
I can see
Shout
that.
out, Matt.
It's beautiful.
Shout out, Matt. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. It's a lot hotter. Now, so Frizz, my apologies.
Yes.
Apologies. Communication is a key. What time do you normally knock off each day, sir?
In the afternoon.
In the afternoon.
Okay. In the afternoon.
Chris.
My question is to Izzy.
I'm gonna get this right.
Now I have to think of a question.
Yeah. What do you want to know?
Aren't you sick of the same routine all the time?
I'll mix it up a bit. Don't get him doing the same thing. You've got to mix it up.
All right. Okay. Izzy, your question?
I will ask Rachel what she thinks of the food here. And I know I've asked that question before of her, but I'm asking it again because I think
I
it'll
feel a little bit racist.
Yeah.
What I think of the food here, I think you know what? It's just lovely to get a hot meal, isn't it?
All right. Yeah. Okay. So third question to Rachel about what the food is like.
I know, but there's certain ways that you can hint as to where you are. So
All right. Okay. All right. Rachel, your turn
Yeah.
for the question.
I'm going to ask Frizz. I'm not Frizz. What's the weirdest thing someone said to you today in this context of this game and your character?
Of course. They asked me how the food was. That was a bit weird.
So it's not just victimization then.
No.
Epidemic of that guy.
Chris, did you make that mess I had to clean up earlier?
If you didn't see me doing it, you can't prove I did it.
Hey.
Can I stop the clock?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Rachel is stopping the clock.
I would like to accuse Frizz. Is it poison?
Really?
Wait, Frizz.
it's the other way. Why?
You're accusing Frizz, right? Chris and Izzy both have to agree for it to be a formal accusation.
I want to.
I just
What
think-
answer in particular? or question?
I just think that I don't know. I'm trying to remember what he said. I think he's just like fudging. I'm getting a vibe off him. I just think
A
it's
fudgy vibe.
I think it's just, I've been accused of spying now and of being interested in food numerous times in this game. And
I'm hungry. I'm sorry.
Darling,
This
if
is
you were
also my
here, I'd
burlesque
give
name.
you
Fudgy
yeah,
vibe.
I'll give you no problem. What does fudgy vibe mean?
You said it.
You said it.
Fudgy vibe?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fudgy
Well, I
vibe.
said it.
Fudgy
Repeatedly.
Oh, I
said
don't
it.
think that's what I said. But
Hang on, what-
That is exactly
why
what
have you
said.
put my occupation of the game in this? I'm meant to be the fudgy vibe. You're not meant to put that on the screen.
All right. So Rachel
That's
is
the character I'm playing.
I think he's just giving off funny vibes. Fudgy vibes. I mean, like he's fudging the
I know.
answers.
Yeah.
I did say that.
You
I thought that was a weird
Fudgy
thing to
vibe
say.
show.
You
Right.
said weird things. We're wasting
Right.
time.
You have to agree.
Your time wasting is making me think you're the spy now.
So do you agree?
Oh, yeah, I do always think you're the spy.
Izzy, do you think Frizz is the spy?
I have no reason to. What do you think, Chris?
I feel like I want to ask a few more questions. I've got my suspicions.
Okay. All right. So
Okay,
That's
FYI,
those
I've been right about the spy before, but
Okay.
you didn't go with me then.
all right.
Okay,
I've put that's
this
your
is true.
accusation for the round, Rachel. The clock is going to restart. Who was asking the question? Oh, Rachel, you were asking the question, weren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Was
All
it?
right. So we start when you ask someone a question. Who would you like to ask?
I would like to ask.
Last Frizz, because you think he's a spy and you can prove it.
I'm trying to think
I
of
just
the
asked her a
right
question, didn't I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
It
true.
could be either Izzy or Chris.
Okay. Chris,
Yes.
it's, are your parents proud of you for doing this?
Not yet, but I'm hoping they will be.
Okay. All right. Chris, your turn to ask a question.
Okay. Frizz,
Yes.
what's your favourite part of the job?
Cleaning up the easy messes.
I'd like to accuse Frizz of being the spy.
Really?
Well, okay. Boom. Right, we're stopping the clock again. All right. It wasn't good enough when Rachel did it, but now you're saying it. Okay. Rachel, do you still agree that Frizz is the spy?
Whatever. 150%. I've never agreed
Okay.
with anything more. I mean this more than when I said yes to marry my husband.
Can I ask if Rachel and Chris can both be spies?
No, they're not both the spies. No.
Can I say something, which is why I think Rachel's accusing me, is because so far the spies have been Izzy, Chris, and Izzy. So me and Rachel haven't had
No,
a
Izzy,
turn.
Chris,
This
and
is round
Chris.
4. Izzy, Chris, and Chris. But this is round 4, and neither me or Rachel's been the spy yet. So Rachel's thinking, oh, well, I'm clearly not the spy, so Frizz must be. So I'm thinking the spy is either Izzy or Chris again. And I think that was
Ooh.
Rachel's logic.
You don't
Right,
think
well-
you don't think that
That's
she
away
is the spy?
No, I'm thinking that's her logic of why she thinks I'm the spy and why she's so adamant. It's because
I mean, I
she's
think
not the
she's-
spy for the 4th time in a row. So she thinks, oh, well, obviously it's going to be Frizz.
Hang on. Are you
That's
suggesting?
why I think she's accusing me.
Are you suggesting that that is the reason she's accused you previously, and not because of your fudgy vibe?
But guys, all I
I eat a
will
lot
say,
of fudge,
Rachel,
what can I say?
Rachel, because we
Yes,
got to
I-
agree with Chris. All I'm saying is that if Frizz is playing a character in this situation that we're in, he said every answer bang on correctly. That's all I'm saying.
All right. So
Because
Izzy,
he's playing.
Depends on the character he's playing.
It does
Is it-
depend on the character he's playing, but if he's playing the character I think he's playing, which exists in this location, he is saying exactly the right thing.
all right, Izzy, do you think Frizz is the spy?
I don't.
All right.
Sorry.
That accusation is denied. Chris and Rachel, you cannot accuse anyone else in this
Oh my
round.
god.
Izzy and Frizz, you're the only ones you can accuse now. Of course, the spy, if they figure out where you are, they can out themselves and guess the location. All right, I'm going to restart the clock. Who was asking the question?
I asked Frizz, so Frizz, you're up.
And then, so it's my turn to ask a question.
Yes.
Cool. We're in a school, aren't we?
Oh, damn it!
Yes.
Sneaky spy Frizz.
How did I not see that? You guys did a very bad job of convincing stupid people like me.
Can I just clarify that I'm the caretaker, and he kept talking about clearing up the messes and making a mess.
Yeah. I assumed he was the janitor.
Well, I'll say what I started by saying about the routine, and most of the locations we have, like we work in, so there've been routines there. So I started off vague, and then
we so happy with himself.
It was like 2 in.
When
Chris, why did you use them?
Your parents proud. That would be very happy.
Why did you think it was him, Chris? Because if she was the janitor, that makes a lot of sense. But why did you think it was him? I'm asking Chris.
I genuinely got a vibe off of him that he'd figured out the routine, that he'd figured out what was going on. And the vibe overall on a scale of 1 to 10 of fudginess, at least a 6.
Okay, fudgy vibe.
I should pay more attention to fudginess and vibes.
That's the big takeaway. All right.
I will say as well, James, it makes it really easy when the options are there scrolling across the screen. Because like every time I was like, no, it can't be that. It might be that. And then more got confirmed. So I'm just saying that made it really easy for me.
In the game, they have in the middle of the rule book.
All
the locations, which is available to all players at all times. So me scrolling that around,
the rules.
Trying to reincorporate that somehow into the gameplay. However, having taken that on board for the final round, I'm not going to scroll that at all. So, moving on to
what if you're the spy? That's really hard.
I feel like we should.
Well, I'd like to accuse Izzy of being the spy.
Just saying.
We haven't started yet. Right. Final round.
I bet it's Rachel.
We're looking at
First question.
Yes,
Sorry.
Chris has a question. Yes.
I'm just looking away like an idiot.
Should we skip catering on this last one in all shapes and forms?
It's important on this one.
Okay. Not allowed to ask Chris about food. All right. So, 5th round. Completely new location. Randomize the spy. Everybody close your eyes. I'm going to put the final location up on the screen so that people watching at home can see what's going on. That's where we are for the final round. I have taken it off the screen, guys.
It's gone.
It's gone.
Cool.
Okay.
Bruce, you were the spy in the last round, so you get to ask the first question in this round. Who would you like to ask, and what would you like to ask them?
Chris, what have you eaten now? Chris, what are you wearing today?
Usual uniform outfit.
Okay.
All right, Chris, your question.
Izzy.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you get here? How do you feel when you turn up?
Totally worthless.
We are in character, right, guys?
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine.
It just so happens that my character and me are very similar. I'm going to ask Frizz. No, actually, I'll ask Rachel. How many other women work here?
I mean, more than used to, obviously, but not as many as we'd like. I'd say it's hard.
All right, Rachel, your question.
Frizz, Frizz, do you spend most of your time here, or are you out and about?
I'm outside usually. I report here, but I'm usually outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Frizz, your question.
Oh, me. Can't ask Rachel again, can I?
No.
Is your question, am I the spy?
No.
Must be.
Although
statistically, it's going to be any one of us.
That's true.
Yeah, statistically, it will be one of us, Izzy.
It is one of
Maybe
you
not
four.
James.
Not-
Okay.
What if it is James?
My question to Izzy was, did you have to pass the test to be here?
I don't want to be here.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
I'm going to ask. I will ask Chris. Are you allowed? Are there any height requirements?
None whatsoever.
All right, Chris.
Okay. Who to ask?
You can't ask me.
No, I can't ask you.
Or me.
Or James. So it's one of them two. It's one of them.
Can't ring anyone for help.
I'll go for that
Yeah.
one. She has to only ask that one.
Oh.
That one. That one.
You'd realise there's a different order for all of us, don't you?
Oh.
Are they?
No, they're
Oh.
not.
No, okay.
Oh, they're exactly the same. But
That one.
okay. All right. So I've got a question. So,
Time's running out.
Frizz.
Oh, quickly.
Me.
Yes. Frizz. Is this what you wanted to do when you were a kid?
Always. I'm very proud of the job I have here.
Okay. Frizz, your question?
Rachel,
Yes.
how much time have we got left?
You asking her or me?
No.
Judging by your colour,
No, I'm just
um,
absolutely terrible at question. 2 minutes.
2
Okay,
minutes.
that's fine. Rachel, how well do you know the people you work with?
better than they realise is what I'd say.
All right. Rachel, your question?
Chris.
Yes.
I'm gonna Chris. I'm going to ask you. How do you feel about the amount of admin you have to do in the job?
It's got to be done. No one likes admin, but it's got to be done.
All right. Minute and a half to go. Chris.
Okay. Izzy.
Hello.
Hey there. Hey there. It's been a while since. How long has it been since you've seen your family?
Well, that's really like what are you accusing me of?
Nothing. Just
There you go.
topic.
If you start that question.
Okay. Izzy, your question?
I'll ask Rach how if you get a lot of abuse.
I mean, I think we all do. Some of it's from colleagues. Yeah, I mean, less than I used to, since obviously I got this particular role.
All right. 25 seconds.
Shit.
Okay, can I?
We're in a police station.
Yeah, you can.
What?
You can, Rach. Do you do
What?
it?
Hang on.
I said we're in a police station.
You've got to say she was about to stop it before you said that. Just saying.
He said 25 seconds left.
No, but then Rachel was going, can I just? And then, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Are you,
Yeah,
are
it's
you
all right.
telling people that you're the spy?
I'm telling people I'm the spy, and based on the uniform, there's a lot more women than there used to be.
That's everywhere.
The abuse that you get. For the first few moments, I really thought it was a hospital until I got prisoner vibes from Izzy.
Mhm.
What?
Izzy, are you a prisoner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's
I'm a
police.
suspect. I'm a
Yeah.
suspect.
Well done. Well done, Frizz.
Suspect.
Lovely.
Very well done to you. Just people who weren't spies, can you start with Izzy? What you were the suspect. Chris, who were you?
I was a constable.
And Rachel.
I was a detective.
Hence, you knowing
Couldn't detect
people a
me
bit
though,
more.
could you?
Yeah. So very well done, everyone. That was Spyfall. Thank you so much for playing. Totting up the points, I can reveal that the winner of today's game of Spyfall, when you take into account accusations that didn't come off, is Frizzle.
Oh, really?
Congratulations, Frizz.
He wins
You're
every game.
The prize for winning, Frizz.
Sorry, but if everyone would have agreed on my accusations, we'd have all had points.
No, I think fine. If you'd have been better at explaining, I would agree.
The game's over. Frizz, the prize for winning is you get to do the bucket speech. Here's the information. Off you go.
Hello, everyone, all the viewers there. If you enjoyed this, please chuck us the price of a pint or a coffee. £3 would be amazing. PayPal.me/board-games down. If you didn't show in the constructive criticism, the note of a PayPal for a fine.
There we go. Frizz was breaking up a little bit there, but you get the general.
Deadly silence.
It was quite good. It was quite good. It made him quite roboty and cool.
Yeah.
Quite like that.
Oh, okay. Give us money.
There you go. That's
You
it.
need to. You need to.
All
do
right.
that.
Has anyone got something they'd like to plug before we go away?
Give us money.
Oh yes, I would. I'd like you to buy my book, which is up there. There it is. It's called The Unstoppable Letty Peg. It is for kids who are short people, and it is about a suffragette who does jiu-jitsu. It is based on fact. Go to izzy.com, ISZI.com, to find out about it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Izzy. Frizz.
At Frizzle, that's my username everywhere. Follow me on Twitter and YouTube and Facebook and Pornhub and Grindr. And yeah, it should be fun. Content every day.
And content every day. Chris, do you have anything?
No, I have done nothing of note over the last 8 weeks. And if anything, asking me has made me regret many of my life choices.
Brilliant. Thanks for that. And Rachel.
This is my the wrong way. My Twitter and Instagram, whatever. I've just started putting stuff on YouTube quite recently, so it's very new for me. So if you care to watch any of my currently 7, but soon to be more videos, and leave a little nice comment, it will make me feel warm and lovely, and not like people constantly interrogating me just now about food and spying. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Constantly. Twice. 2 questions.
You've been terrific. We're back on Friday, 6 o'clock. Different panel when we're going to be playing Cash and Guns somehow. We'll figure it out. Until then, this has been Board Game Smackdown. My name's James. I like games, and now hopefully you do too. Goodbye.